There are seasons when life feels like it's been stripped bare, when you stand among the ruins of what once was, and all you can hear is silence. You pray, you wait, you hope, but the answers don't come. It feels as if God walked away, leaving you behind in the wreckage. Yet what you cannot see is that restoration often begins in silence. When everything falls apart, it's not always punishment. Sometimes it's pruning. Just as a gardener cuts branches so the tree can bear more fruit, God removes what hinders your growth. He never takes without purpose. What you call loss, heaven calls preparation. The book of Joel 2:25 says, "I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten." God doesn't just give back what you had. He restores the time, the joy, and the peace you thought were gone forever. When He restores, it's never a replacement. It's a rebirth. Remember Job, a man who lost everything, his family, his wealth, his health. Yet even after the darkest night, the sunrise came. The Bible says, "And the Lord restored Job's fortunes and gave him twice as much as he had before." Job 42:10. Job's story isn't about suffering, it's about transformation. What looked like the end was simply the soil of his next beginning. There's something sacred about being broken. When you're shattered, the light of God has room to enter through the cracks. You see, God's restoration doesn't start with what you still have, it begins with what you've lost. He takes the ashes of your yesterday and turns them into the foundation of your tomorrow. Sometimes He removes what you love most, not to hurt you, but to heal you. Because the thing you held on to was too small for the destiny He designed. Isaiah 43:19 reminds us, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." Every ending hides a divine beginning. That friendship that broke, that door that closed, that dream that died, it didn't end your story, it turned the page. God uses the chapters you wish to erase to write the most powerful parts of your testimony. He buries what is meant to rise again. Think of John 12:24, where Jesus said, "Unless a grain of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it bears much fruit." Your loss is not the grave, it's the ground where new life grows. And yes, the waiting hurts. The silence feels endless. You start to question if restoration will ever come. But even in the quiet, God is working. While you see nothing on the surface, the roots of your next season are forming below. There's a story in every wound, a purpose in every delay. If you could see what heaven sees, you'd stop worrying about what's gone and start preparing for what's coming. The broken pieces of your life are being arranged into a masterpiece. Some of what you've lost won't return the same way. God doesn't restore by rewinding time. He restores by redeeming your future. The joy He brings back won't look like the one you lost. It will be deeper, purer, everlasting. So don't be afraid of the rebuilding process. The walls may look empty now, but soon they'll be filled with new purpose. The house may feel quiet, but heaven is filling it with peace. The garden may look dead, but the seeds are awakening beneath the soil. You don't need to understand the timing, you only need to trust the hands that hold it. Because the same God who created the stars knows how to rebuild your heart. Psalm 147:3 says, "He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds." There's no scar that heaven cannot turn into strength. Look back at your life.
The times you thought you'd never survive, didn't He carry you? The nights you cried alone, didn't His presence still find you? Every storm you thought would break you only revealed how deeply He sustains you. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are being refined. Like gold in the fire, every trial burns away what doesn't belong until only beauty remains. And when restoration comes, and it will, you'll understand why it had to take time. You'll see that the waiting wasn't wasted. The silence was sacred. The loss was love disguised as redirection. God will restore what you lost, not in the same form, but in greater glory. You will laugh again, trust again, and dream again. The pain that once defined you will become the proof of His power. So if you're standing in a season of loss, lift your eyes. The author of your story has not finished writing. Every broken sentence will end in grace. Every unanswered prayer will echo back as fulfillment. Every why will one day become thank you. He will restore the years, the joy, the peace, the purpose. And when He does, you'll know it was worth every tear. Because restoration is not a return, it's a resurrection. Keep believing, keep waiting, keep walking. God is already at work, rebuilding what you thought was gone forever. Subscribe now and join this journey of faith, hope, and restoration. Let His word continue to speak life over your heart every day.